What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. Today, we're talking about one of the most insane Helminth invigorations available in the game. And we'll be talking about how you can just nuke through relic missions and low-level missions as fast as possible. This is one of the fastest speed clears in the entire game right here, utilizing this equipment. We're also going to be talking about how you can get access to this invigoration ability, because a lot of people have been asking me how to get access to it, and it is not entirely explained to you. Before we get into it, though, make sure you're subbed. I appreciate everyone that's been hanging out here and on the live stream channel, as we've been having some really bad internet speed issues. I'm going to be trying to get that fixed. I have been trying. There's a lot that's been tried, and I don't know what's going to actually work at this point. So we can at least upload YouTube videos for the time being, so that's good. But let's get into it. So what are we utilizing here today? Well, we're actually going to be utilizing the Helminth Invigoration Chair to give our Titania increased ability range by 100% and also 75% ability efficiency, making it so we can spam our abilities a lot. Just to take this even further, we're using the fissure speedrunning setup of Thermal Sunder taken from Gauss and putting on Titania. You can put on like her 2 or her 3. We've chosen to use it on her 3. And it just means you can nuke down the entire, like, 2 rooms over from one button press. And it actually scales relatively well, as it's heat damage, and you can do cold damage as well to make blast damage. But this is a build meant for lower level missions. We're talking fissures, like fissure exterminate missions. That's the best place to use this, as the enemies are pretty low level, to be honest, all things considered. And with this crazy amount of range, we're currently sitting at 265% range, or actually, sorry, 365% range, because of the invigoration giving us 100% more. It's my old Titania setup, but I just took off Streamline because we don't need efficiency, and I put Augur Reach there instead. So our Thermal Sunder is a 43 meter radius. That's in all directions. So yeah, 43 meters away, big fire nuke dealing over 1,000 damage. The rest of this stuff is just for making so we can get through the mission as fast as possible. We've got preparation, going to give us full energy when we spawn in. We've got enemy radar to see where the enemies are through the wall. Very helpful as you are nuking. You will most likely never even see an enemy for your missions if you're running this. And by the way, I know a lot of people complain about invigoration videos because you're like, there's no way to directly do this. You are correct. But once every 10 weeks, if you do these invigorations, it's like once every like 4 or 10 weeks or something like that, you can override which frame it is available for. So if you have a strength and speed invigoration for for Gauss and you want to put it on Volt, if you can wait long enough and you have it available, that override available, you can put it on Volt instead. So that's what you potentially could do, but we're just showing you what's currently available in game. Also, like, this is too good of luck to pass up and not make a video on it. So yeah, if you have access to this, expect your teammates to not even see the enemies. I spawned into this one a little bit late. These guys had already killed 10 enemies, but here I am flying ahead. With Titania's 4th ability, Razor Wing, you become a mini Arc Wing, and I can just, tap the button and incinerate everything in the area. To make this even easier, you can utilize some different settings in game too. So normally Gauss's Thermal Sunder ability that you can subsume from Helminth, if you hold down the button, it does a fire proc, and if you tap it, it does a cold proc. Unfortunately, for cold damage, fire and heat damage is much better in this game, in the current meta. So what you can do to make it so you don't have to hold down the button to do the fire, which is you want the fire more than the ice here. You can actually go into your settings for your controls, and you can actually change the invert to cast. Now, the funny thing here is that you're not actually changing your invert to cast for Titania. You're changing it for Gauss, because we're using the Helminth ability from Gauss, changing it on Titania. As you can see, we have default here, but inverted for Gauss. So that's what you can do if you like cold damage. You think cold damage is good enough for you. You don't need to do that, but it just is technically helpful. So yeah, as you can see, I'm the first person to extraction. I don't even know where my teammates are. I think I was just pretty much waiting here the entire time. So that is another issue as well, is that you might just be too fast for your teammates, and they are just, maybe doing the Grand Void in the corner. Additionally, you might notice this pretty cool energy effect on my ephemera. With energy colors at certain levels, different energy colors and different energy effects intensities will make it so the screen is covered in fire a lot. So as you can see, I tapped the button once there. There's my fire proc all around us. That can get very annoying as you are going to be spamming this. So what you're going to want to do and your teammates will thank you later, is you go to accessibility, and as you can see, I have 103 effects intensity. You can put it down to 10, and that will make it so you're not blinding everyone every time you attack now. As you can see, like, you know, there's a faint little fire that you can see out there, but it's a lot less noticeable now compared to before. Your eyes will thank you. You can actually even make it, if you know, the little bar doesn't go down any lower, but you can actually type it in here and put it like 0, 1, I guess. Now, does this actually work? I don't know, but it's funny that you can go below where the bar is telling you you're supposed to go in the first place. So, yeah. Let's just go over the rest of the build. And I mean, it's fun. I mean, you can do this. Any low-level mission will do. You will nuke down these low-level missions as fast as possible. We're actually also utilizing Amalgam Serration on our primary, which is going to be a little bit weaker version of Serration, but it gives you a sprint speed increase as well, which I believe does work on Titania's Razor Wing when you're flying around. But be careful, because if you go too fast, you might just get stuck, like smashed into the wall, into the corner, and you're trying to control to get past there, and it takes some getting used to. Now, instead of efficiency, would have strength been a little bit better here? Probably, but you know, this is enough damage to kill these guys in the first place. We're not going for mega damage. This is an Axii Fissure. That'll be fair. It's not the Grenier. It's the Corpus, but we can kill them really, really easily. Nullifiers are one of your issues as an ability DPS frame. So you definitely, you know, I mod my Dex Pixia for fire rate to blast down nullifiers. I've also got the Miter, like I said, with the Miter Neutralizing Justice mod, which will pop nullifier bubbles to 90% chance. So if you jam multi-shot in there, you're pretty much guaranteed to pop a nullifier bubble by firing it off once. Yeah, and I spawned in this mission when there was already like 50 enemies dead, so I didn't really have much of a chance here, but as you can see, if an enemy is nearby, like, they are getting hit by this, because it's 43 meters, and it goes through walls, which is really nice. Yeah, so as far as videos coming out, we're going to have a couple, like, discussion videos about the new update. I'm actually really excited for the new update. I hope I'll be able to stream, but you know what? It's seeming like streaming right now is an uncertainty. So I'm doing what I can, guys. I really can. Trust me, I am really, really mad about this. But, you know, it's better than nothing. At least I can still upload YouTube videos is how I'm looking at it. At this very moment. We'll see what I can do afterwards. I have the most expensive internet package. I technically could upgrade it to a business line, but I was talking to the guy today. I'm like, is that actually going to be an upgrade? He's like, well, they're required to respond to any problems you have within 4 hours, but he didn't make it sound like the speed was going to be any better. So I might have to look into that. But for the time being, this is pretty fun. I only got it for a couple days. These only last for 1 week. So I want to make sure I got this up before this invigoration went away. The next video will probably be, like I said, those top recommendation lists and all that stuff. And if you guys have any videos you would like to see on the channel, I know there's someone that might want to see a seer video. We can maybe make that work. I've got some more Garuda ideas I want to push out there. And yeah, things of that nature. I might not do a Nagantaka or Corvus video because I just don't really like those weapons, and I wouldn't recommend them to people. I usually make videos on things I'd recommend to people, so that's why there's not like a video on the Stug. Oh, speaking of the Stug, we have a Stug-related video potentially coming out very soon too. So yeah, guys, hopefully you found this one fun. Like I said, it's really far range, and this is like, I'm technically not running one range mod that I could be running. So it's a 43 meter, like those guys are so far away, and since we're running Razor Wing Blitz, you use the one to basically give yourself a prime sure-footed, and you could just like fly around like this. So as long as enemies are here, you can kill them. And yeah, it takes some getting used to because you move so fast. So I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy and peace.